Okay, real talk. If you're still copying and pasting stuff in Excel, you're probably wasting a few hours every single week without even knowing it. I've been there. Today I'm going to show you 10 formulas that genuinely changed how I work. These aren't obscure, nerdy tricks. These are things real people use every day in finance, marketing, operations, data analysis, all of it. I'll keep it simple, show you exactly how to write each one, and give you a real example so you actually know when to use it. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 10, we've got the IFERROR formula, and here's the scenario for it. You can download this Excel file for free in the video description, so we want to just calculate the profit margin percentage, which is just going to be equals to the revenue divided by the gross profit, and we'll hit enter there. Now we just want to drag this across, so we're just going to go Shift and then hit the right arrow and hit Control R, but you'll notice over here that we started to get this error sign. That's basically because we're dividing by 0, and you can't really submit something like this as it just looks wrong. So what we want to do here is use the IFERROR formula to go around that. So up front over here, we're going to go IFERROR, hit the top key there. And so this is a value. If there is no error, and in the case that there is an error, what we want to do is just add quotations. So just like that, which is telling Excel not to put anything, basically, we'll close those brackets and hit enter. And now again, we're going to drag this along and Control R, and now it's all dynamic. So if I add a number here, you can see that that's going to automatically update as well. Next up in number 9, we've got string functions, and these make sense to extract a portion of a sales value that might not make too much sense. So let's take a look at an example to show you. You can see over here that under location, we've got the abbreviation of the state and next to the code. So what we want to do here is just take the first part because we only really want the state name. So we're going to go to equals left. This formula is going to allow us to select a certain set of characters coming in from the left. So we're going to select the location comma, and we want 2 characters and just hit enter there. You can see more or less how that works. Then we're just going to go Shift down arrow and Control D to drag it all the way down, as you can imagine. You can go ahead and modify this to something like 5 characters or whatever you want. Similarly, you can use the right function with the mid function, which work in the same way. In number 8, we've got joining text, and for this, we can simply use the ampersand. So if we take a look at this table over here, you can see that we've got the breakdown by city and country. What we want to do here is merge them together, so join them for this. You could use what's known as the concatenate function, which is this one over here, or there is a faster way to go about it, which is just using the ampere signs. So we're going to go equals. We're going to select London ampersand, and then in quotations here, what we're going to do is add a comma and a space. So there's a bit of separation between the city name and the country name. Close those quotations ampersand again, and this time we're going to link it to the country and hit enter. Now you can see what that would look like. Next up, we have the sequence formula, which allows you to add a sequence of numbers. So over here, let's suppose that we're running a few tests, and on the whole, we need to run 50 tests. So we're just going to label them by going to equals sequence. Hit the top key there, and we just want to have 50 rows, close those brackets and hit enter. Now you can see that we go from 1 all the way to 50. Similarly though, we could make it a bit more sophisticated. So over here, let's say that these tests are going to start on the 1st of January 2023. They're going to go on every week, so every 7 days we can also specify that using the sequence formula. So we'll go equals sequence, hit the top key there for the rows. We want the same 50 rows, comma. The columns is if we want something to move horizontally, which we don't. So we'll put just a comma there. And for the start, we want to specify the date, so we'll hit the date formula, hit the top key there. And for the year, we set 2023, comma, the month. We said 01, comma, and the day at 01. We'll close those brackets, comma, and the step here is the frequency. In this case, we said once a week, so it's every 7 days. So we're just gonna put a 7 there, close those brackets and hit enter. Now you can see what that looks like, where we have the step up for every 7 days. Awesome, and speaking of dates, another very useful formula is the e-date formula. So let's take a look over here. You can see that we've got the income statement, and we basically want to add the months all the way here. So the first one, let's suppose that this is January 23rd. So John 2023. And from here, we want to go to increments of 1 month for this. We can use the e-date formula. This is the start date, comma, and we want to add 1 further month to that. Close those brackets and hit enter. Once we've got the February one, we can go to Shift right arrow and go to Control R. Now you can see how that looks. In this case, I went +1 month, but you can also go decreasing by going to -1, 2. As we're getting all of these results using formulas, the next step would be to visualize them. And a good way to do that is using chart templates like the ones HubSpot, the sponsor of this video, is kindly providing us. From here, you can easily modify your inputs and the charts will automatically change these. Templates can have either one column of data or multiple depending on your needs. Next up in number 5, we've got the large and the small function. So over here, you can see that we've got all of these brands that we're working with, and here's the different deal sizes and amounts. We want to find out what are the 5 largest deal sizes that we've got, so you can think of just using the max function, but that's really only going to give us the first one and not all of these other ones. So for a top 5, the best way is using the large function, so we'll go equals large, hit the top key, and the array to us is all of this area over here. Comma K is basically the rank that we're interested in, so it's number 1 all the way to number 5 down here, and we'll just hit enter there. And what's nice here is that it's fully dynamic, so I can go ahead and change this to a 10, and that's going to automatically change for me. And as you can imagine, the small function works in the same way. Now we've got the SUMIFS formula, which allows you to sum a set of values if a certain condition is true. So we'll go over here and you can see that we've got all these company names alongside their dates and whatever sales and commissions they've got. So up over here under month 7, we basically want to find out sales amount. So the condition here is that if it's in month 7, we want to find the sum of those sales, so we'll go equals sum IFS. Hit the top key there, and the sum range to us is all of the sales, control shift down comma. The criteria range is all of the months. So all of these over here, control shift down comma, and the criteria itself is the month. So this cell over here that you can't quite see right now, and we'll just hit enter there. And that works quite well for us. So let's take it up a level down below here. You'll notice that the name Amazon is actually replicated many times, but with different endings. You can see that it's Amazon Inc., Amazon UK, EU, etc. But for our purposes, we would want them all together as they're all Amazon. For this, we're going to use the SUMIFS formula again. Well, with a small variation, so we'll go equals SUMIFS again. Hit the top key. The sum range again is going to be the same. Control shift down comma, criteria range is going to be all of the companies. So over here, control shift down comma. And this is where it gets a bit different. We're going to select the name like we did before, so for Amazon in this case. But we said that the ending after Amazon sometimes seems to differ, so we're going to go ahead and add an ampersand. Then in quotations, we're going to add this asterisk. Over here, close the quotations and then close the brackets and hit enter. This variation basically tells Excel that, hey, I want you to find anything that starts with Amazon, and it doesn't matter if there's something after that as well. Moving to number 3. And over here, we've got the filter function, so you can see that we've got all of the sales figures by country, and we've got specific targets, which are the 500,000 over here. So in this table to the side, we want to find out which countries have passed the 500,000 mark for this. We'll use the filter function, so equals filter, hit the top key. There, the array is all of this range that we're interested in, comma. And now for the inclusion. This is where we're going to add this condition, which basically says that, hey, if these sales over here are greater than the 500,000, then we want them to be included. As that means that they actually did hit the mark, close those brackets, and hit enter. You can see how that filter works for us. Similarly, we could go ahead and change this to say 250,000, and you can see that it's going to add more countries dynamically. Number 2, we've got the lookup functions, more specifically the XLOOKUP. And for this, you'll find here that we've got the salesperson alongside how much they made in commission, how much they generated, and so on. What we want to find out is more specifically how much this Steven person made in commission. So we're going to go to equals XLOOKUP. Hit the top key there, the lookup value is, we're looking for Steven, right? Comma lookup array. We're looking for him in this whole salesperson range. So we're going to go control shift down comma and the return array. So we're interested in his commission. So we're going to select all of these and control shift down, we'll hit enter there. And you can see what Steven's commission is looking like. And I can also go ahead and change the names here to say Manuel Lee, and that's going to dynamically update to this figure over here. And finally, in number 1, we've got the index match. So let's look at an example. As you can see over here, we've got the sales breakdown by country, and by month specifically, we want to find out the sales in the country of Austria in the month of April. So we'll go to equals. The index match is going to be a combination of 2 formulas, the index and the match. So we'll go index first, and the array here is, we're just going to select this area with all of the numbers. So control shift down, control shift right, comma. And the row number, this is where we'll add our first match, so we'll go match, hit the top key. There we want to match it by country first, so we'll select the Austria there, comma, And we're going to go for this lookup area, which is going to be all of the country's comma, and we want to have an exact match. It's important to specify that we'll close those brackets and hit the comma key. Now we need to work on the second criteria, which is the month. So we're going to add a second match here under the column part. The lookup value is going to be the month, and I know you can't see it right now, but I'm basically down over here. Comma, the lookup array is going to be all of this month ranges that we've got here, comma. And again, we want an exact match. We'll close those brackets, close the brackets again this time for the index and hit enter there. Now you can see what that's looking like. If we take a look at Austria in the month of April, that seems to be correct. And what's nice again is that it's fully dynamic, so I can change this to June and the figures are going to change as well. If this was helpful, hit like. It genuinely helps the channel. Subscribe if you're new, we put out videos like this every week. And drop a comment telling me which formula you're going to try first. I'll see you in the next one.